Guys, I think we are live. I think we are just now jumping into this live video. So if you are here, if you are tuning in, let me know that you can see me and hear me, and we will go ahead and start talking about all of these products on the table that are part of this week's summer sale. So let's see if we're live, see if we can find it, and you should be able to just go home and it should show it there. Let's see. If you guys are just tuning in, let me know. I'm trying to refresh here to make sure that the live video is going. We're here. And just trying to pull up this feed, guys. It's not pulling up yet. All right. We're just trying to get this going here in the beginning of the video. And we'll see if we can get started here, guys. Just bear with me. Trying to get my screen going here so I can see all of your comments. I appreciate you guys for tuning in again. Just let me know that you're here. Let me know where you're from so I can start seeing all the people who are hanging out with me today. Awesome. Yes, we got it. We got it. Cool. Thank you, Raw. Thank you. So we got Raw Feeding, we got Andrew, YNH, Mark Armstrong, we got Noah, Claire, Alex, what's going on? Ramon, how we doing? Hey Sean from North Georgia, awesome. I lived there for a very long time, so welcome to today's video. So just to let you guys know, today is going to be the final live video of this summer sale series. It's actually Friday morning here at the headquarters. So good morning for Friday morning from our headquarters, and good Thursday evening to you all people in the States. I know we probably are going to have at least a few people here from different countries. The night out now. So if you're here from Europe, thank you for staying up with me. We got Southwest Virginia. What's going on? We got Andrew from Florida. Raw Feeding from Utah. I bet Utah is absolutely beautiful this time of year. Rebecca from Phoenix. It might be a little bit hot there right now, right? We got Mark from Washington. Very, very cool. Ramon from Denver. I bet it's beautiful there right now. Angel, what's going on? Cameron, Soul Survivor from CA. I bet it's beautiful in California this time of year as well. So anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning in today. Again, today we are going to be talking about pretty much everything that's here on the table. So we've got a couple new products here, but I really wanted to highlight kind of the new colorways and the new additions of some of our most popular products. If you guys have been watching the other videos that we've been doing every single evening this week, the first video we highlighted the Warrior Mini 3. The second video we highlighted the O-Lantern Classic Mini. The third video that we just did yesterday, we highlighted the keychain lights and the new Freeze pocket knives. And then today, of course, we're going to go over just several different items that we have exclusively for this event. And again, guys, this event is going until tomorrow night, which is going to be Friday night at midnight Eastern time. So you've got a little bit over a day left to get deals. So I guess that's what, around like 27 hours left of the sale. So keep in mind, everything that I'm about to show you guys, you can get a really good deal on right now at olightstore.com. Let's go ahead and start with the Warrior Mini 3s. I know we talked about these a lot, but we're just going to go through the different new additions to this product over the previous version. So this is the third version. We've actually made a first and a second version if you guys are new to Olight. But this third version does have our newest technology. It's got our new tail switch, which is much more comfortable to press. It's got a much larger diameter, and it has our nano molding technology. And what that means is, even though this is a magnetic piece of metal at the bottom of the flashlight, it actually isn't going to have all of those metal fragments and dust stick to it like what you would think from a normal magnet. It's got this chemical kind of like coating on it that allows us to be able to wipe away any type of metal or anything that sticks to the tail switch. That's really convenient and something that I think is really, truly incredible. We also have the new pocket clip, which is longer and thicker. And also it does have 4 points of contact on the flashlight versus just the 2 arms that were on the previous Warrior Mini 2. So what does that mean? It means that the clip is much less likely to break. People have broken our clips in the past. So we've been trying to figure out how to make the most functional clip, but also make it as strong as possible. Now, yesterday, I talked about how we are looking at solutions. The engineers are working on a few things that would allow you to be able to take the pocket clip and be able to put it on the back and carry this light bezel down. We've seen your guys' feedback about that. Again, it's a personal preference thing. By no means is there anything wrong with this clip, but I know some of our fans like to carry their tail switch lights bezeled down. So because of that, we're working on a solution for that. I don't have any updated news yet, but they are currently producing some prototypes of some different things that would allow you to be able to do that. So if you're really concerned about the pocket clip, there's also a 30-day return policy on our website. So I would still buy it, okay? Even if you're looking to carry bezel down, personally, I would still get the light while it's on sale because we are looking at solutions to be able to carry it bezel down, okay? Also, we do have the much better side switch, guys. It's about twice the size of the side switch that was on the Warrior Mini 2. For me, that's much better. I thought the side switch was pretty small on the 2, honestly. It's still fully functional, no big deal, but is it a better experience with this much larger metal switch instead of the small rubber switch? Absolutely, I think that's self-explanatory. Now, we do also have just a big upgrade here on the front bellow and rounded off. So it kind of mimicked a striker bezel, but it wasn't really a striker bezel at all. Now this one actually finally is functional. Now it's not sharp enough to chew up your pocket, but it is still functional. If you jab this into something, it is going to hurt, right? So it is a functional bezel. And we had a guy yesterday talking about how because of the fact that the peaks and the valleys of the teeth on this bezel are more aggressive, that if you actually take the light and put it on a table bezel down like that, you can actually have some light emit out of that bezel. So if you want some really, really soft light on a table or something like that, you can do it. Just keep in mind you want to do that on low and medium mode. You don't want to turn your light on turbo and then just like smash it on a table, right? Then you're going to have, a circle on your table from the heat, So just keep that in mind. You want to keep it on the lower settings if you are going to leave it on a table bezeled down. Let's see here. Also, we do have the new proximity sensor. It is pretty much the best one we've ever made, and I think it's the most functional one we've ever made because what's going on here is it's a pre-activated proximity sensor. What we mean by pre-activated is that all of the technology and the brain of this proximity sensor is activating right when you turn on the flashlight. So what that does is if there's something obstructing the front of the light and the light turns on, it's going to dip down in output. I literally just showed that to you. So you can see here, you can see how it dips down immediately. So what that means is whatever object is in front of the flashlight, it won't be damaged accidentally. So if this light turns on in your backpack, and say that the flashlight is up against a piece of fabric, you don't want this to burn a hole in that fabric, which all high output flashlights have the ability to do because LEDs are simply hot. It doesn't matter what company you buy the flashlight from, LEDs get hot. This is just the way the world is. So because of that, we decided to make it where it dips down if there's something in front of it. But if you turn the light on the higher settings and there's nothing in front of it, and then you bring it closer to something, you can see that it's not going to dip down. So here we go. You see that? So now it's not going down in output, right? So there's a lot of stuff going on with this proximity sensor, but the good news is that when you're already using it and then you get close to something, it's not going to dip down in output. But if it turns on and it's already in front of it, then it will dip down in output. So the bottom line is the proximity sensor is going to work when you want it to, and it's not going to work when you're actually using it and where it could potentially bother you and mess up the things that you're trying to do with the flashlight. All right? So The proximity sensor is fantastic. The clip is better. I talked about how, hopefully we'll have a solution with the tip down carry soon. The tail switch is drastically improved. The flashlight itself is shorter, so you're going to have a smaller piece of metal in your pocket. So it is going to be, more comfortable to carry on a daily basis. The moonlight mode has been significantly improved. So now we have half a lumen for 100 days. So yes, the runtime of this flashlight goes all the way up to 100 days. So we're talking 3+ months of it being turned on without turning off on the lowest setting. So it really is a really incredible flashlight. This is the best deal that you can possibly get on it. These intro offers are when you want to buy these flashlights, because we want to thank you guys for trying out our new products. We want to get our new products in as many hands as possible. So how do you do that? You make the product as accessible as possible. So for us, when we come out with a new product, we're like, okay, we want everyone to try it. We want to see what people think. We want to get these products out there and have people use them. So let's lower the price when we sell it in the beginning. So that way it's easier for people to purchase, and we can start getting these flashlights into people's hands. That's why we always have these offers on our brand new products, the products that no one has ever bought before. So that's kind of our brand philosophy, is we just want people to use our products. If you look at the About section of our YouTube channel, it literally says, we want to put a flashlight in as many hands as possible. Like, that's kind of our company slogan. We just want everybody to use an Olight, So that's what we're doing here. We're giving you the best price we possibly can while staying in business, right? And we just want you to try out all of this new technology, all of these things that our engineers have been tirelessly working on, So let's go ahead, let's talk about some other stuff. So we have the O-Bulb Pro S. So this is the new O-Bulb that has all of the really cool settings. It also works with our new app. So if you have iPhone or Android, doesn't matter which ones, you can download the Olight app. Okay, just go to the Apple Store, type in Olight, you can download the app. So what that app does is it allows you to control this little light orb with the app. And it's not just regular white light. This thing is full of RGB LEDs, and you can have all of these really fun effects. But it also has, blinking red light. It has rotating colors. It has little fun effects. So this is probably one of the most fun products that we make, but you can also use it as a night light for your children. You can use it as an emergency light for your car. Say that you get a flat tire, you can put this on the trunk of your car and have it blinking red light so you're safe when you're on the side of the street. There's a lot of practical things about the O-Bulb Pro S and really the whole O-Bulb line, but these new ones here that work with the app where you can have all these fun little RGB effects, it makes it that much better, okay? If you have children at home, buy an O-Bulb. I can't stress this enough. My girlfriend's nephew is absolutely obsessed with the O-Bulb. Just walking around the house, just staring at it. You know what I'm saying? Also, these are waterproof. So if you want, you can throw them in the bathtub during the bath, and it kind of distracts the children so you can actually bathe them, right? There's so many different things that in different ways that you can use the O-Bulb, and that's why we've sold so many of these, and that's why this product has, just been so viral since it came out. But anyways, this product has already been released, but now we have it in the red color with the Pro S. But this thing is absolutely packed with features, and you can completely control it with the app. You can turn it on and off. For example, say that you have an O-Bulb set up in your kid's room. You could be in another room and you could turn it on or off or change the settings without actually going into that room because it's controlled by Bluetooth, right? So it's an amazing little thing. Hopefully I gave you guys some ideas on how you could use these. They're not that expensive. This is discounted during the sale. If you're gonna buy some other stuff, if you're buying the Warrior Mini 3, maybe you're getting a new pen, that kind of stuff. I would also add an O bulb to your cart. I promise you, it's so much joy and it's so useful for the money. You know, you're getting a lot of value with the O bulb for sure. And it's backed by Olight with our long warranty, great customer service, all of that good stuff. We also have the Gober, which is another just fantastic little safety light. So basically what this is, we've got a little mini carabiner, right? So you can clip this to your belt. I like to clip one of these to my dog's collar so that people can see my dog when I'm walking my dog before bed. You know, so basically it has red, and then it has green, and then it has blue, and then it also has white, and then it also has the rotating lights. Now what's cool about this version is you can actually remove these modules from this little centerpiece. Okay, so here's one, and if I turn it the right way, that would help, and two. So it comes with two separate modules, and these are charged USB Type-C. So, you know, best charging method. I'm glad they're Type-C. That's just, you know, premium charging, fast charging. These charge really fast. Typically when I charge my Gober lights, they charge in about 20 minutes. But you can see just how useful these little guys are. And they're super reliable, man. I have a couple on my backpack. Again, I put one on my dog when we walk late at night. They don't get hot, by the way, because they're not, you know, super high output LEDs. So if you do want to have this on your backpack or, you know, toss it on your dog's collar, it doesn't get hot. There's nothing unsafe about this product. And you just hold it down and it turns off. Also, this little center module right here, you can actually unscrew this. It comes with a little tool, and you can put an air tag inside of this module. So again, you put it on your backpack, well, you're not gonna lose your backpack because there's an air tag. Also, you put it on your dog runs off the leash, well, your dog has an air tag on her, you know? So again, it's just really well thought out, really useful products that don't break the bank. They're reliable, backed by a really good company that's gonna take care of you no matter what. And I think it's just an easy buy. The O bulb, the Gober, these are not expensive products. They're great gifts as well. I'm sure if you bought these for some people for, you know, birthday gift, or maybe you're gonna visit them, you haven't seen them in a long time. If you show up with these products, they're gonna be amazed. They probably don't even know this stuff exists, you know? So I just think it's really cool. They're just great all around products. Also, we have the Baton 3. There's been a lot of chat about this because this is probably one of the most ambitious colorways that we've ever done of the Baton 3. Now keep in mind, this isn't a brand new product. We've actually been making flashlights that are basically the same design for over 10 years, okay? The good thing about that is it does have updated technology. This thing is 1200 lumens and it's the length of my pinky finger. Like, look how small this flashlight is. And it also has our UI. So you've got the low, medium, high, where you just hold down the switch. You can do a triple tap to go to strobe. You can hold down the switch from off, that takes you to moonlight mode. And then of course, you can bounce up to that turbo, which is 1200 lumens, and you can see how just incredibly bright that is, okay? So it has all the settings that you really want from an EDC flashlight. And again, we've been making this similar design for over 10 years. My first Olight ever was the S10 Baton, and it was the one with the big blue button on it. Thank God we've done a better job on the buttons since then, because that button was just this big blue plastic button sticking out of the light. We've learned a lot since then, but it's basically the same design, and I bought that flashlight 9 years ago, I think. That was when I bought my first Olight, and it was even before I worked here. So now we have basically the same design with updated internals, better clip, better side switch, faster charging, just pretty much everything that you want to see on an updated flashlight. And And they're just so dang good, man. We just keep making this design because they're that good. Like, this is our bread and butter. This is what we're known for. If you go to Instagram and you type in hashtag Olight, if you search that hashtag, you're gonna see thousands of pictures that include a flashlight that is a design like this, okay? So we've got the Roadster edition. This is the limited edition. We've got blue going around the neck and the head, and then also we have the orange here. It's to mimic the GT40, okay? By no means do we have any association with Ford. We just like cars here, and it looks really fun. What's really interesting about it is the body of the light is supposed to mimic a tire, okay? So if you're a car fanatic, if you're a car guy like me, if you tinker with cars, if you spent way too much money on cars, then I would get one of these because it really is a joy with the design. And the bottom line is that it's just a fantastic flashlight. The Roadster is sold out already, though. Can you make it a Mini Warrior 3? Is the Roadster sold out, guys? Can you take a look? Yeah, let me know if the Roadster, I'm gonna have them check real quick. That would be wild if it's already sold out. What's the story behind the Roadster edition? No, it's not rubber. It's basically milled out, so the rubber design is posing as like the knurling on it. And then we basically, anodized it. We did kind of this type of coating on there to make it black, similar to the black that we use on all of our normal black flashlights. So very robust, hard anodizing on the body right there, but it's not made out of rubber. Story behind the Roadster edition. So actually it was an initial idea from one of our fans. So we do something in our Facebook group called O Designer, and we allow our fans to come up with concepts for flashlight designs. Typically it'll be colorways of current products and things like that. But it was suggested for us to do something kind of like this, where it has this kind of Roadster feel to it, this muscle car kind of look to it. And we went with it. We just really enjoyed the look of it. So we did some prototypes and we figured it out and we produced it. So this is kind of a collaboration with one of our fans. So, pretty cool stuff. Is it, are you looking to see if it's sold out? They're saying it's sold out online. It is sold out? Okay, all right, so it is sold out. Either way, even though you can't buy it right now, I still wanted to talk about it because it's a fun product to talk about. If anything, if you did not purchase one of these, if you're not getting one of these, regardless, I think it's still a cool product to talk about. So, okay, we also have the Brass Pen Mini. I've been wanting us to use a heavier material with this pen because the pens in the aluminum, they come in a bunch of different colors and they look fantastic, but they don't weigh anything. Like for me, I'm a bigger guy, like I couldn't even tell the pen was in my hand. Like that's how lightweight it was. Of course, brass is a very heavy material. It's one of the most heavy metals that you can get. Copper, brass, zirconium are just very, very heavy. So because the pen's so small, it's not too heavy, but it gives the pen some weight to it so you can really feel it in your hand, and it has that more expensive feel. You know what I'm talking about. Like when you have a nice expensive pen, you want a little weight to it, It has that premium feel to it with the brass. It is raw brass, so it will patina over time. Keep in mind, brass doesn't patina anywhere near as fast as copper, so it's not like this pen's gonna be brown in like a day. This pen, I've had it in my hand quite a lot. I've used it, and it still hasn't patinaed that much, but it's starting to get a little bit darker. But it will have a patina process the more and more you use it, and depending on how sweaty your hands are, how humid the environment you're in is, stuff like that. But still, it's really cool to have this little pen made out of brass. It feels great, and the price is great as well. These are limited edition. We did make what, 9,999 of them. So it was a full run of about 10,000, but if it's a limited edition, that means that we're not going to make it again. So we're done making these. We made our first run, and that's it. Once they're sold out, that's it. We're moving on, all right? So if you want to get one of these and get it before you know, all of them sell out, I'd pick it up. They're not expensive either. It's just a great backup pen. We also have the Marauder Minis. This is one of our most viral products that we make because it is so unique to our brand. So this light has it all. It's got flood, it's got throw, and it's got RGB. And it is magnetic rechargeable, and it has a removable battery. It's got our little dial here to where you can change the modes, right? So you can gradually change the modes up and down. And then it also has the lumen and the battery level indicator going around the switch as well. And it does have a lanyard hole. We also have the Stars and Stripes edition. We still have some of these left. They look fantastic. You can see here just how incredibly bright this flashlight is. And I can go ahead and flip over to the throw setting as well. So you can see we have a like just super concentrated hotspot. And then with the flip of a switch, I can jump over to the flood. So I can just go back and forth and back and forth. So it's two flashlights in one, you know? And then also it has RGB. So you can see here that we have red, we have green, we have blue, and then we can go back to the white. So again, guys, we've got throw, flood, and red, green, blue, okay? So that's pretty much every feature that you could want in a flashlight, right? I mean, the only other thing that we could maybe put in this is like, well, I don't know how we could put it in there, but I guess maybe UV. It doesn't have UV, and it doesn't have a laser, but it has everything else, right? So if you want to get one flashlight that has incredible performance, it's got 7,000 lumens, it's got a 600 meter beam distance, I'd pick one of these up. It also has the rubber grips on it, so you're not going to drop it. These aren't the cheapest flashlight in the world, as you can see, because it's large. It has all this technology in it, amazing run times. This is a legitimate professional flashlight, but you know, it's really got every feature you could possibly want. I feel like the Marauder Mini should be in every single home, okay? Caitlin, thank you for tuning in. I'm looking forward to the brass Mini Open. Awesome. That's really, really cool. I think you're really gonna like it, man. I really like the weight on it, you know? It feels good. It's a nice piece. I'm sure you're gonna enjoy it when you take it out of the box, for sure. Damascus Mini would be awesome. That would be really cool. The only thing about that is I know we're trying to keep a lower price point on these little tiny pens. If we sold a little tiny pen and it costs $100, I don't know how well they would sell. Like, would people say, I don't want to spend that much money on that little pen? I think it would be more of a niche product if we tried to go that high level with this pen. But would it be freaking awesome, and would I want one? Yeah, of course. So is there a need for a Baton 4? Okay, so Alex, we do have a larger version of the Baton 3, and that is the Baton 3 Pro. So basically the Baton 3 Pro uses an 18650 battery, and it's a little bit longer. It's basically the new version of the S2R Baton 2. If you're familiar with Olight's previous models, that's basically what the Baton 3 Pro is. And we even came out with the Baton 3 Pro Max because people wanted more lumens and they wanted higher run times. So the Baton 3 Pro Max goes all the way to 2,500 lumens, which is absurd, and it runs off of a 21700 battery. Just keep in mind, it is a little bit larger of a flashlight. If you're gonna pick up the Baton 3 Pro Max, take a look at the dimensions and the technical specifications on our website and make sure that you're okay carrying that in your pocket. For me personally, you know, similar to a firearm, if I'm gonna carry something during the summer, I typically like to carry things that are a little bit smaller. And then during the winter, when you're wearing a big jacket and things like that, then you can carry flashlights that are a little bit larger. So I actually do change my EDC based on the seasons. And also keep in mind that during the winter, it's just simply a little bit darker, you know, it's kind of overcast and just darker in general every single day. So during the winter, I want to have a flashlight that's a little bit brighter because it's necessary, because you just don't see the sun as much during the winter, you know? Just the little things to think about with your EDC and your daily carry. But I do go larger with my EDC as we get into the colder months for sure. Let's get a 3000 lumen baton. Austin. Maybe there will be a Pro Max that's 3000 lumens one day. I mean, we do have the 2500 lumen one, which I think is just absurd output for that size of flashlight. But yeah, I mean, that would be really cool. I mean, if we're calling it the Max, let's go Max, you know? But as it stands, the 2500 lumens on the Pro Max is still just remarkable output of a flashlight that size. I have all the minis so far and all the regular M2s. Galen, yes, I know that you just have an amazing collection. Thank you so much for tuning in. Galen has been just a friend and an absolutely fantastic customer for a long time. So thank you for being there. Rosalie has amazing photos. Yes, Rosalie in the Facebook group, she has an amazing Olight collection as well with fantastic photos. You know, she posts basically every single day in the group, so good stuff. Let's see. And please keep asking questions as I continue talking about these things. I don't have too much left to talk about, but there are a few things left on the table. So we got the Summer 3. So this is the regular Arcfeld. This is not the new UV. So this one has the green laser. Okay, maybe you can see it on the wall back there. You can see it on my hand as well. So this is the one with the green laser, and it also has the 1000 lumens. And we'll bounce up to that. And you can just flip back and forth between the white light and the green laser. And you can see it's basically just pulling this toggle back and forth that goes around the side switch. I love that design. It's probably the best way we could ever switch between the two different modes. If you notice, we like offering you guys multiple modes. So you can see here, we got the little toggle switch on the Marauder Mini that I just showed you. Again, same thing. We're just toggling back and forth between the laser and the white light. This one is made out of titanium. So this is a very special edition of this product. This is blue anodized titanium. But what's cool about the ano on this is it also has little parts of purple on it as well. If you're familiar with anodizing, you'll know that it's more of like color spectrum. So there are going to be hints of other colors when you anodize titanium. And for this one, in the little crevices, like here on the sides of the switch, and also like on the battery door right here, where we put the components inside of the body of the Arcfeld, there's also a little bit of purple that's peeking out as well. I'm a real big fan of blurple. I wouldn't consider the entire flashlight to be blurple, but there are little hints of purple going around the light, and I think it just makes it that much cooler. I love anodized titanium. It's some of the best stuff. Like my titanium pocket knives, I've got some friends with anodizing setups in their basements, you know, and we'll go over there and, you know, have a couple beers and have like an anodizing party, and we just start anodizing titanium and have fun with it. So I really enjoy stuff like this. The titanium is heavy. It's much heavier than the aluminum. So again, you're getting that premium feel similar to the brass O-Pen Mini. You're getting this heavier product with a premium material. It's a limited edition. So this is more for the connoisseurs, you know, for the people who appreciate, you know, the special materials in the EDC world. We got, you know, a couple guys asking about Damascus in the comments section. So these kinds of things are for you guys who like those premium materials, that premium feel. It also is matte finish. So it does have some nice grip to it. This isn't just going to slide out of your hand. And it's just great, man. I'm just glad we did the blue titanium. Definitely needed collection for sure. We also have, so this isn't a new product for this sale, but we do have the Balder S. Did we just lose the feed? It just became black on here. I think we're back. Okay, cool. Guys, can you just let me know that we're here? Can you let me know that we're here? What gift did Olight send you? I'm not sure. What do you mean? The tire tread pattern is etched into the aluminum. Yes, Christopher, you're right. I'm back. Okay, awesome. All right, we're good. We're good, guys. Cool. So I just wanted to give a shout out to the Balder S. We do have these on sale. They are a really good price on the website. We do have some bundles as well with some of the new products. Balder S, I think, is one of the best weapon lights that we make. This is my favorite compact weapon light that we make because it's 800 lumens. It also has a low mode. It also has an integrated green laser. It's rechargeable, and it is just rock solid on the rail. So, you know, these have become very, very popular, really, really great product. So they're discounted. You know, I know we haven't talked about weapon lights that much for this sale. So I just wanted to give a shout out to the Balder S. If you're buying a new pistol, if you're buying a new EDC, you know, throw a Balder S on there. These are fantastic, really, really good. And again, this is my favorite compact weapon light that we make for sure. Okay, we also have the Perrin 2 Mini now in OD green. The good news is that it comes in neutral white. We also have cool white, but I mentioned yesterday that I really prefer neutral white when it comes to a headlamp because of the fact that the flashlight is going to be on your head. Obviously, it comes with a pocket clip, so you can use it as a pocket light. But for me, I have different pocket lights that I like to carry. So because of that, I just keep mine in the headband that it comes with. Comes with the headband and comes with the pocket clip. So it's your choice however you want to use it. But I prefer neutral white with the headlamps because it's on your head. So that means the beam of the light is going to be very close to your eyeballs, and you don't want to blow out your night vision. You don't want to see spots, you know what I mean? If somebody shines a flashlight in your face, you don't want to see spots and all of that stuff. The neutral white is softer to the eyeballs, okay? So for me personally, neutral white on my head is a much better experience than cool white. You know, obviously it's personal preference. There's no right or wrong answer. I'm just letting you guys know what I like. And I'm just glad we did it. Let me see here. So here we go. Here's the neutral white version. And you can see there that it is more of a yellowish type tone. And then I will show you the cool white version. And you can see that all of that yellow is gone. And now it's just your standard cool white. All right, so cool white and neutral white. Hopefully you can see, because me looking at my hand, it does look drastically different here in person, okay? So there is a significant difference. The neutral white is 4,000 to 5,000 Kelvin. The cool white is 5,700 to 6,700, okay? And those are pretty much standard, you know, ratios of Kelvin for those emitter temperatures, okay? Neutral white headlamp is good for other people also, easier on the eyes. Dylan, I agree. I mean, and again, you have the flashlight on your forehead, right? So, I mean, I want the light to be a little bit softer, you know? I want it to still be bright enough to where I can see stuff, but I want it to be softer so it doesn't hurt my eyes, you know, when you're trying to get things done with both your hands. Let's see, Warrior Mini 2 flashlight body will screw into the Warrior Mini 3 head, which allows you to have tip down pocket. Wow, Brandon. Wow, that's amazing. I'm gonna talk with the engineer about that. I just wanna make sure that that's safe and that's okay. But that is very interesting. That is good to know. I haven't tried that yet. The only thing about that is, you know, you are missing out on the new tail cap design. I just want to mention this again because, I mentioned it in the beginning of the video, and in these live videos, people come in and out. People are busy, they have to leave, new people are coming in all the time. So if I repeat myself during these live videos, it's because of that. But just a heads up, guys, we have been talking with the engineers, we've been talking with the people who literally designed this flashlight, and we've been talking with them about maybe some solutions on how we could be able to get this clip on the tail of the light. There's some things that maybe they're looking at designing, like maybe a sleeve that can go over the body and you can put the clip on that. There's a few different things that they're looking at doing. Nothing is set in stone, but considering that we're in the middle of the sale and you can get a deal on these flashlights, I just want to be fully transparent with you guys and let you know some of the things that we're working on. I think eventually we will have something that is released that will allow you to do that. But currently right now we're working through prototypes and we're figuring out the best way to do that, okay? But if you love this flashlight and you're really upset about the clip being tip up, personally during the sale, considering the fact that we only have 1 day left for you to get the lowest price possible on these, I would still pick it up. I would still get it, because we are working on solutions to help out with that. We know it's a concern with you guys, and besides the fact that it's a tip-up carry flashlight as of now, it's perfect in really every way. I mean, it's smaller, the switches are better, better technology, better run times. You got the new proximity sensor. It's really just, it's the best Warrior Mini that we have made for sure. It's just the clip situation for the people who prefer tip down carry. Now keep in mind, there's nothing actually wrong with this clip. It's very strong. It is probably the strongest EDC light clip that we've made because it's the widest and the longest on this size flashlight. So we did beef it up. We did make it larger. And again, you can see here that it has the 2 arms that are holding onto the body because it's a little bit larger flashlight. So it gives you more surface area holding onto the light versus, for example, on the Baton 3, where it only has these single arms. But again, with this being such a small flashlight, it's not necessary to have a clip like this. But we did beef it up and put these extra arms on here holding onto the flashlight to make it even more secure, okay? I like the smooth bottom on it. Tree, you're right, man. I think pressing on this switch is a better experience for sure, so I appreciate that for sure. I really like tip down on my Mini too. Again, we're working on it. Hopefully we'll have a solution sometime soon, okay? I saw a recommendation about an Arcfeld with a built-in knife blade. Oh man, okay. Donut i3T and O-knife with donut scales. O-knife with donut scales, that would be cool. I think that exists, right? Maybe there's a couple other brands that do it. Blade HQ is one of our dealers. Blade HQ sells a lot of Olights. They have our products on their website. I know they also have some other donut products. And I think that includes the donut scale knife. But I know it's from a different brand. But regardless, I'll talk about Blade HQ just because they're a really good dealer of ours. And they sell a lot of Olights. So I really like flashlight companies that take moon mode seriously. I understand, Mark. I mean, we really beefed it up on this, man. 100 days of runtime on Moonlight. That's incredible. I know they worked really hard on that. This is brand new tech. When we come out with a flagship product like this, we're trying to put the newest technology that exists in the flashlight world into these flashlights. And again, we come up with a lot of our own technology, right? So we got the nano molding technology with our metal tail switches. I mean, we're like the only company doing that. We've got our new proximity sensor, the smart proximity sensor that works and when you need it, doesn't work when you don't need it. All of these little things that we do that nobody else does. So I appreciate you for pointing that out. I think that's one of the coolest things about Olight is, it's a cool brand. We got good service. We do a lot of marketing. We do a lot of content online for our fans. But at the end of the day, we have really cool products that you just can't buy from other brands, you know? So just something to keep in mind. Going Gear sells custom anode Olights that they do themselves. You're right, Kaylin. They did, what do you call it? What is it called? You know the popsicle that's like blue, white, and red? What is that called? There's a popsicle that's blue, white, and red, and they just did like a Cerakoted version of, I think, the i5R or something in that design. That one looks really cool. So yeah, if you want really custom stuff, like really small run stuff, they do that there as well. How many lumens is the Moonlight for the Seeker 4 Mini? Oh man, that's a really good question. I don't know that off the top of my head. While I'm talking with you guys, I can take a look at that. Oh, Bomb Pop. That's what it's called? Okay, cool. I hit a blank in my head. You know, I was like, what are they called? They're delicious and look awesome. But yeah, they did a Bomb Pop, or is it a Rocket Pop? It's a Bomb Pop, right? They did that version of it, and it looks really cool. Let me just pull up the Seeker 4 Mini. Please keep Bomb Pop. That one is sold out. Cool. No. So let me take a look here. Seeker 4 Mini. And let me just pull this light up. Just give me a second, guys. And keep asking me questions. The proximity sensor is so much nicer on the Warrior Mini 3 versus the others that you have. Again, I completely agree. I really like the fact that it doesn't trigger when you are using the flashlight, because when you're on high and turbo mode and you're looking around, you're not always looking at things at the same distance, right? So for instance, like I can be here and then I can start looking over here without changing the mode, and you don't want the proximity sensor to accidentally trigger even though you're getting closer to things as you're using your flashlight. So because of that, you know, you want it to not turn on while you're using the light. But of course, if the light turns on turbo mode inside of your backpack, well, that sucks. So that's why we did the proximity sensor in the first place, so that, you know, something like that doesn't happen, you know? Let's see. So we have got 2 lumens. 2 lumens for 12 days. 2 lumens for 12 days on the Seeker 4 Mini. 2 lumens, okay? 2 lumens. So keep in mind, the reason why we can't go all the way down to half a lumen with the Seeker 4 Mini is because it actually has 2 LEDs. That's definitely an advantage to that flashlight because of the fact that it has such a wide floody profile, because it has very small reflectors and 2 LEDs. But because of the fact that that's the way the light works, we can only bring the output so far down. But to get 2 lumens out of a multiple LED flashlight for 12 days, I think that still is an impressive feat. So regardless, it has a legitimate moonlight mode. It's gonna last for almost 2 weeks, pretty good on the Seeker 4 Mini. But if you want the ultimate moonlight mode, again, I would get the Warrior Mini 3, because this is half a lumen for 100 days. The goal of moonlight is to have the output as low as possible and the longest run time possible. That's why moonlight mode exists. So that half a lumen for 100 days, that's just for people who love moonlight mode. That's just perfect. 2 LEDs, 1 lumen each. Yeah. Yeah. Michael, thank you. Thank you so much, Michael. I agree about the new proximity sensor. Awesome, Brandon. Really, really good. I picked up the Warrior 3. Love the 1 and 2. Love the 1, and the 2 was too big for me. I'm excited to see the 3. Thank you, Grizz. Yeah. People aren't talking about it that much, but it is a legitimately smaller flashlight. The head of the flashlight on the Warrior Mini 2 is just way bigger, guys. It's got a larger diameter. It sticks out a lot more. It's more of just kind of a traditional flashlight look. But for these EDC lights, you don't want this big head on it that's sticking out that has a larger diameter, because you have to put these things in your pocket and you have to carry them in your pocket on a daily basis. And carrying the Warrior Mini 3 is just no big deal, man. It's just, I mean, there's really not a whole lot of difference between having this in my pocket and not having this in my pocket. If you're wearing skinny jeans, I guess that's a different story, but if you're wearing just normal pants, having the Warrior Mini 3 in your pocket is just really, it's not a big deal at all. Like this is really nothing, you know? And then boom, you've got a 1,750 lumen flashlight with dual switches, 100-day moonlight mode. You know, it's awesome. Roadster Warrior Mini 3, that would be cool. That would be really cool. Do you guys sell the Parent 2 Mini head straps separately? Probably not during this sale. If you do need another Parent 2 Mini head strap, I would reach out to our customer service and we can help you out. You know, obviously we have those, but I would just maybe hit up live chat and be like, hey, I was trying to get one of the Parent 2 Mini head straps, you know, can you help me out? And maybe they'll just send you one. You know, we try to do everything we can to make our customers happy. That's just part of what we do at Olight. So, which tack light has the longest narrow throw? So if you really want to get just the longest, most narrow throw possible, the Odin Turbo, the one that's LEP, is going to be that. It's basically a white laser. And that is how you're going to get by far the highest candela is with an LEP technology light. So I would check those out. I don't know if they're available on the website. You know, we didn't make too many of them because making them is pretty difficult and expensive. But if you're really looking for just the tightest, longest beam you can possibly get with the highest candela possible, you want an LEP. Otherwise, you can take a look at our Javelot Turbo. We have our Javelot series of lights, and those are our most impressive LED thrower flashlights as well. Just keep in mind they are rather large, but if you're looking for the best performance possible, you probably shouldn't care about the size of the flashlight. For example, back here, we have the schematics of, we basically dissected the X9R, which is the largest flashlight we make. The X9R is a flood style light, so it's gonna have a very wide beam, but it's 25,000 lumens, and as you can see, all of these different sections here, it is a very large flashlight for sure. You know, if you want the best performance possible, you can't care about the size of the light. If you care about the size of the light, of course, you're gonna have to decrease performance a little bit as the flashlight gets smaller, you know? Good news though, Olight flashlights are incredibly bright, especially for like the EDC lights. I mean, we've got some of the most powerful small pocket flashlights in the business. I mean, the Baton 3 Pro Max is 2,500 lumens, and it's really not that much bigger than this Warrior Mini 3. So we go pretty hard on the lumens here at Olight for sure. Javelot Mini is amazing for its small form factor for sure. That's another one too to think about. But keep in mind the Javelot Mini, you know, it doesn't have the same performance as the Javelot Turbo, but you are getting that 600 meter throw. Yeah, it is really good beast for sure. The X9R diagram is also, I know, right? We're here at the Olight headquarters. Just to let you guys know, the CEO of the company is like, his office is like over there. So we're in the same office, but this is just a really cool room, obviously, to do these live videos. You guys can't see it, but on this side of the room over here, there's just like display cases that are just completely full of flashlights. I mean, we're just kind of in, it looks like a flashlight Apple store in here. You know what I'm saying? Like it looks like a flashlight store. And I wish there were stores like this that exist. It's really cool. So, I'm sitting on the fence considering the Warrior Mini 3. All right, Soul. So 2 reasons why you should get it. All right, 2 reasons why you should get it. First off, We've got the best price possible for only about 24 hours left, okay? So you do have only one day to get the price that we have on it at olightstore.com. Number two, we have a 30-day return policy. So if you get it and you hate it for some reason, you can send it back to us and get your money back. So there's literally no risk, and you're gonna get the best price possible, only for another day. So at the very least, order one, try it out. Worst case scenario, you get your money back. Regardless, our return and exchange policy is very simple, very easy. I know a lot of people can attest to that. Our customer service is fantastic. So I don't know why you wouldn't give it a try if you're on the fence, for sure, Oh gosh, Kaylin. So we have that in a different section. So Kaylin asks, do you have the original i1 and i3 EOS lights in that display? So in this room right here, it's mostly newer products. Like you can see, we got lanterns, we got the whole swivel line back here, we got the whole Odin series up there. We do have a few older versions here. We got like the M3 XS up here. We got all the weapon lights over here. But in terms of the really old stuff, there is one meeting room in here, and it actually has a timeline of the various products that we've released over the years. And it actually does start at the beginning, which was the M20 Tactical Operations. And that was our very first Olight. The first Olight was just like this hardcore, like, law enforcement style light. And it starts there, and it has the dates, and it just kind of goes and goes and goes and goes, up until maybe a few years ago. And then the brand new stuff we have kind of in the cases back here. But that's a really cool room. We do definitely have some older products here in some display cases, for sure. Just not in this room, but another room over there. So far, I love all my Olight purchases. Thank you, Sol. That's awesome. It's really great to hear. Loma, you love the lanterns. The new O-Lantern Classic Mini is fantastic. My mom actually purchased one of those during this sale just because she thought it looked so cool and it was easy to use. So she got the O-Lantern Mini with the little tripod for her house. They live in Florida, so they have a beautiful back deck and a nice big backyard. It's usually warm outside, and because of that, the O-Lantern Mini is just perfect for hanging out in the backyard, especially in the South. A flashlight in the shower. I mean, you can. They're waterproof if you want to. You could. And I talked about this earlier. If you have children, you're bathing them in the tub, you can toss an O bulb in the tub. And then you can turn it on, and they can kind of play with it while you're struggling to wash their hair and stuff like that. But it is actually a really good distraction tool for when your kids are in the tub and all of that. So yeah. I got one of the O-Lanterns, and I appreciate the not blinding type of lights. They emit very nicely. Right on. Yeah. The warmer white. Especially with the classic models, the Pro, and then now the Mini that just came out, that kind of Edison bulb look is very beautiful. If you've been to kind of a cool, kind of hip, fancy restaurant, I'm sure you've seen those kind of Edison style bulbs hanging from the ceiling, and it has that effect. And it has just a very warm, kind of inviting feel to it. And that's why they put that kind of light bulb in restaurants, because it makes you feel good. And you get that same effect with the Classic Pro and the Mini now that is available during the sale. Please tell me other plans for Titanium Warrior Mini 3s in the OG. So I'm rooting for it because I really like titanium. That's why I kept talking about the Summer 3 version here of the Arcfeld. I like the feel, I like the weight. Like I talked about, anodizing stuff with friends is a great time. So I really do want to see a Titanium Warrior Mini 3, and I don't know why we wouldn't do that. Obviously, titanium is much more expensive than aluminum, so keep that in mind. There will be a higher price point, but it would be fantastic. Like a stone washed, version of the Warrior Mini 3 in titanium that's pretty much like a dream EDC. It's fantastic. And then of course, if you end up being able to modify the clip in the future to carry a bezel down, like that would be really awesome. Let's see, I also ordered a iMini 2. Can use it as a neck flashlight and wear it under sweaty conditions in the shower. Yeah, so it is waterproof. Don't go diving with it. But yes, if you want to, you can definitely, wear it as a necklace. If it gets rained on or sweat gets on it or something like that, then you're okay. But yeah, a lot of people wear our keychain lights around their neck. A lot of people wear like the i1R2 Pro on just like a chain. That's a good setup. The i1R2 Pro for me, I like putting a lanyard on it and putting it in the little fifth pocket in my jeans. These shorts I'm wearing even have a little fifth pocket as well. Yeah, so. Titanium doesn't dissipate heat as well either. That's true, it is true. The thing is though, with the 1,750 lumens, I think it would be okay. Now, when you get up into the higher levels of lumens where you're like 2,000 plus, that's when titanium gets a little dicey. But if you're in the thousands, the 1,000 range, titanium is still okay. Keep in mind, small flashlights that are really high in output do eventually, get hot regardless of what brand you buy it from. But yeah, that's why a lot of people like copper, because copper has fantastic heat dissipation. Instead of it concentrating the heat in just one spot, it actually dissipates that heat through the entire product. So it ends up being a little bit better with the heat dissipation. So you've got, a little bit worse dissipation with titanium, and then you have a little bit better with the copper, and then aluminum, of course, is really just a fantastic material for flashlights, and that's why we use it so much. Is the Roadster color going to be on another light too? I don't have any information on that. I have no idea. Considering that these sold out and did really well for us, there's a lot of buzz about these. Because of that, I would really like to see us do something else, but there are no plans as of now that I've seen about doing that. Again, I've mentioned this. If you want to have some pull, if you really want Olight to see your feedback and your ideas, things that you want to do, I always suggest to join our Facebook group. So we have a Facebook group that has over 140,000 people in it. It's a massive Facebook group. It's one of the largest EDC related Facebook groups on the internet. And in there, we have a lot of employees that are looking at comments, they're looking at the posts, and all of the things like that, okay? So because of that, keep in mind, your voice will be heard in that group. Your voice will be heard. If you want to really be listened to, if you want the company to see your ideas, I would join that Facebook group, okay? Do you have a rubber tail cap for the Baton 2 to protect the metal end? So the original Warrior Mini, we did release a little rubber cap. That little rubber cap, helped keep the tail switch safe, especially if you were in environments like in a machine shop or something like that. But again, we have the new nano molding technology with this one to make it where you don't really need that rubber cap. To be completely honest, I would just go to like a hardware store and see if they have some rubber caps. They have that kind of stuff at Home Depot and Lowe's and Ace. So I would check there. That's probably going to be your best bet for something like that. But we did do it once for the original Warrior Mini, but that was a long time ago. So I don't think we have any left. It's like a big family on the FB page. Loma, you're completely right. You're completely right. One of the cool things that I've been doing is on the Facebook page, I actually interviewed all of the service reps that are here at the headquarters. I already have posted 3 interviews, and I actually have 3 or 4 more to post. But I've posted Olight Yolanda, Olight Chloe, and Olight Ashley. And those are some of, your guys' favorite reps, some of the most helpful representatives. They even send out free gifts to our fans. So I've been doing that too. And I mentioned that really, I know, we're talking about the summer sale a lot because it's happening right now, but really kind of the main purpose of me being here is to have our fans understand Olight more. Have you guys get to know Olight. And that includes the factory tours. We've been showing you guys the tours and how the flashlights are actually made. And then also we've started interviewing the employees who work here. So instead of just seeing someone's name on the internet, you can actually see their face. You can hear them talk. You can learn about their hobbies and the things they like. Hopefully you guys are starting to understand the Olight brand even more, what's going on here at the headquarters in the factory. That's just a big part of what we're doing here. Is Obai in the same headquarters? Yes. So let me explain this to you guys. Just because we're all here and you guys are asking really good questions. Love those interviews. Thank you, Mark. So when I first came to China to see Olight's headquarters for the first time, that was in 2017 for Olight's 10-year anniversary. Keep in mind, this year is our 16th anniversary, so that was like 6 years ago. When I first came here, there was only one floor, okay? So they worked in like an office building, and they had the 5th floor of the office building, okay? And that was Olight. That was the whole headquarters. That was it. Keep in mind, this is a very large floor. But since then, coming back here now, we are in multiple buildings, and we have many, many floors. So the headquarters is maybe about 5 times the size that it was from when I was here 6 years ago for the 10-year anniversary. I've come in between that as well. I think this is like my 4th time coming to China. But just to give you guys a heads up, since the 10-year anniversary, the headquarters has expanded rapidly. And one of those floors is Obai. And Obai has a beautiful office. There's all these products everywhere. They kind of set it up and gave it this kind of outdoorsy look. It's a very cool office and a really pretty place to work. But Obai is in the same business park, but we actually have several buildings in this park at this point. And the expansion is just incredible over the past few years. It's been amazing. But just to give you guys a heads up, we're kind of in this office park where there's a bunch of buildings here, and we have 3 of the buildings at this point. Yeah, and several floors in each building. So yeah, it's we're pretty much taking over this office park little by little, for sure. And it's very exciting to just see all of the changes and the expansion each time that I come out here to see everything. So the company's growing very rapidly. That's definitely for sure. The growth is amazing at this company, really. Obai videos would be cool. Yeah, for sure, Doug. We would like to do more content with Obai. They have some really great products. One of my favorite products that they have is the sunglasses. So we have our own line of sunglasses called Olight, and they're only like $30 to $40, and they're like polarized, and they have like the hinge system, so they're very comfortable. They have little rubber pads to make them comfortable, and they're just amazing sunglasses for the money. And again, they're backed by the Olight brand. You get all the customer service and all of that stuff. So that's personally my favorite thing that they make. There's tons of stuff on that website. They're having a sale right now as well. It's freaking sunny and hot as crap outside every day, so I would pick up a new pair of sunglasses if you can. They're actually really amazing sunglasses for the money. We're selling these glasses for 30, 40 bucks, and they feel like the glasses that I have that I've spent over $100 on. So I think the value is really there, specifically with the really cool sunglasses. I really like them. Yes, I got a pair and are very comfortable. My favorite sunglasses so far. There you go, Byron. Yeah, they're really great. And it's been very sunny here in China every day. The sun is no joke on this side of the world. And having the nice polarized pair of sunglasses has been fantastic. Got my hatchet and some more cool stuff today. The hatchet is very cool. I actually worked on a video about the hatchet recently. Hopefully you guys can see that sometime soon. I know they're working on editing it and all that stuff, but I actually have done a little bit of work with that hatchet. I literally went into the woods and I was like chopping wood with it. And it works really well. It's a really great hatchet, very strong, full tang. And it even has like a little pry bar on the end of it that you can use as well. So it's, again, just a really good value, really good piece of equipment. Soul, I am not sure. Man, that's a good question. That's a really good question. Unfortunately, I don't know too much about the international markets because, you know, I'm American. I do my work, you know, in the US for Olight USA. Obviously, I represent the whole brand, you know, in terms of these videos with the products. We do sell our flashlight products worldwide. But in terms of the OBI stuff, I don't really know all the details because I don't do too much work with OBI, even though I'm starting to do more and more with them. How can we get the cool hat and t-shirt? I hope that we can sell them in the future. Here's the thing. There's a couple reservations about that. First off, we like to sell stuff that we make. You know, so, you know, we don't make clothing. Obviously, we're buying these shirts and getting our logo put on them. But you know, that's part of it. And then also the other part of it is sizing. So we don't want to get a whole bunch of sizes and then everybody just purchases one size. So we're sold out of one size. And then we have all this inventory of all these shirts that nobody bought. You know, so we need to be careful about the sizes that we purchase as well to make sure that, you know, all the sizes are selling equally instead of having like a whole stack of size small and no larges, you know what I mean? So those are the reservations about doing it. With that in mind, I still really want us to sell the hats and the shirts on the website for sure. We have actually sold the hats previously on the website and they sold out like immediately. And then also we've actually done giveaways for the hats as well. It was Father's Day. Father's Day is when we did it. And we actually sent these hats to just random fans to say, thank you, happy Father's Day. You know, if you're one of the lucky people who got the hat for free, you know, we did that as well. So hopefully we continue with the merch stuff. I would really like to see that. These shirts are very comfortable, you know, and the hats, I wear these hats every day, obviously. So, I love my Olight lid, fits my noggin just great. Kaylin, that's really great. Make some shirts and hats. I know, Dylan, I know. I really want us to. I would love for you guys to wear the same stuff that I'm wearing. You know, I would love to see more people wearing this gear, you know. I'm not selfish when it comes to Olight stuff. I want you guys to enjoy it and have it just as much as I do, for sure. Got my Olight order in today as well. Amazing gear. That's really cool to hear, George. Thank you. Awesome. Glad you actually received your order and we're still in the middle of the sale. So that should show you just how fast the shipping is. OBI is not available in Canada yet. Yet is the word. Like I just said, we're constantly expanding. I feel like every month we're doing something new at this company. So just stay tuned for that. Got 2 hats and a shirt. That's awesome, Kite. Really, really cool. Really cool. Okay, anyways, let's give something away and I'll let you guys get out of here. I could hang out here all day and answer questions with you guys. As you can see, I really love these live videos. When I start getting up here and start talking about stuff and start hanging out with you guys, I don't even want it to end. But we gotta let you guys enjoy your day. But you know, thank you so much for tuning in this evening. We're gonna go ahead and give away a Warrior Mini 3 just because that is our flagship product of this sale. So we have a really, really big giveaway for you guys today. So The way that we are going to do it is, again, just like we've been doing it the past few days. So I'm going to guess a number between 1 and 100, or sorry, I'm going to have a number in my head between 1 and 100, and you are going to guess what that number is. So when I give you guys a countdown, you guys are gonna start guessing random numbers between 1 and 100. The first number that I see that is the one that's in my noggin, you're gonna win. All you gotta do is email me and we'll send out your free flashlight for $0.00, okay? You like the papa of Olight, that's why, Bank. Just give away everything on the table. Tree, that would be really cool. Unfortunately, we can't do that, but we are giving away a Warrior Mini 3, which is a hell of a giveaway, that's for sure. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and start. Let me put a number in my head. Okay, I've got a number in my head and we're gonna start it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So start guessing, guys. I'm staring at your comments and the first number that I see that's in my head, you win, that's it. It doesn't matter who's guessing, anybody can win, doesn't matter where you're from. If you pick the right number, that's it. Okay. Okay. Ooh, that was close. Oh my God, they're coming in so fast. Ah! Okay, okay. So the first person that I saw with the answer that was in my head, which was 36, was Dumpster Fire. So I got Dumpster Fire with 36. Yes, okay. So we're gonna give this one to Dumpster Fire on this video, so congratulations. Well done, well done. All right, please send me an email to Sean, S-E-A-N, at olightstore.com, S-E-A-N at olightstore.com. Keep in mind, I'm going off of my screen. That's the best I can do. But keep in mind, I don't think that person has ever won before. So, and with this 1 to 100 number game, we've been getting a lot of brand new winners. So it's been very exciting. You know, the people who send me emails with their info, they're like, oh my God, I can't believe I won. This is the first time I've ever won anything. Like, I'm seeing a lot of comments like that lately, you know, from winners. And I think it's fantastic. I think it's really, really cool. So anyways, well done, well done. Send me an email, Sean, S-E-A-N, at olightstore.com, S-E-A-N at olightstore.com. Send me your address, where to send it to, and also send me your phone number because we need to attach a phone number to the shipment, okay? So your address and your phone number to that email address, Sean at olightstore.com, and we'll send out your free flashlight, okay? Thank you guys so much for being here today. I really appreciate it. This is the last nightly live video that we're doing of this series. Keep in mind, it is Friday morning for us, but for you guys, it's Thursday night. So you got one more day to purchase all of this stuff at the best price possible. Keep in mind, like I said before, if you're on the fence, you know, we do have a 30-day return policy, but again, our return rate is very low because when people get these in their hands and they start using it, it's seeing the performance, seeing the way it feels, feeling the quality, you realize you're getting a lot for your money and it's a really good product. So give our products a try, guys. Now's the time to do it. You get the best deal possible going on for the next day, all right? Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Thank you so much for watching all of these live videos. We got a lot more content coming up here from the headquarters soon. Stay tuned to the channel and we'll see you guys soon. All right, bye.